Hello, happy Friday. Happy Friday. Been off for a few days. Been having to take care of some other things and also just working off stream. So that honestly, the main reason some days I just work off stream so that I can listen to the music I want to listen to. Since I can't play it on the stream. I know some people don't care about that, but I'm trying to not have any copyright strikes. So anyways, I'm back today. Felt like it would be fun to go on a stream. I'm still working on this sequence that I was working on in the previous stream. I think on the last one probably I was animating this shot. So I got this all finished up. This one was animated. Now yesterday I spent the whole day animating this shot. And as you can see, it's pretty short and there's not even a whole lot going on, but it took a very long day. It was very difficult. And I'm realizing that this whole sequence is kind of taking a long time and proving to be difficult because of all these constraints, and Amp is turning back and forth and grabbing leaves and holding them and then dropping them, and all of that involves switching constraints and doing lots of crazy technical work to make that possible. It's not as easy as, you know, just setting keyframes. It's like a whole lot of random management stuff. So I'm kind of burning out on this segment. I'm ready to take a break on it and move into some other things. There's plenty of other shots to work on in this whole chunk here. So what I'm doing today is, I think today's the last day I'm going to be animating on this section for a while. And I'm going to go move on to something else. Maybe next week I'll even move on to lighting and comp, because it's been a couple weeks since I've done that. And I can get some of all these shots that are animated. I could start rendering them. So I'll probably do that next week, but for today, I thought it'd be nice just to get a little more done on this. I'm gonna get this shot animated for sure, because this is just Indy and a quick dialogue shot. And I'm also blocking an Indy in this previous shot here. So that's what I'm doing today, and I'm just going to get as far as I can, and then hopefully I'll finish ND in both shots. And then I'll move on and do something else tomorrow or next week or whatever. So I've blocked in ND in these 2 shots, but I haven't really done any animation yet. Hey there. Sorry, I don't even know if I should try to pronounce your name. Phyoey. How's it going? Don't worry, I've heard every iteration. Okay, cool. Yeah. Phyoey? Phyoey? 86. I know that part. So yeah, this shot is Silent H. Oh, okay. POE? Pioe? Pioe? Well, regardless, welcome, and thanks for saying hi. I'm just getting started on my stream today, and I'm gonna break it down what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna start animating these shots that I blocked in. Switch to a more chill track here. So yeah, this shot is the one I was just showing in the resolve timeline. And I haven't even blocked in amp, but I have blocked in ND here. Oh, getting right into it, huh? My thoughts on AI art. It's a deep topic, man. You know what's funny? I just earlier today watched this YouTube video from Adam Conover talking about AI, and I thought it was really good. And I have to say I kind of agree with him on a lot of those points. So if you're interested, I'd maybe take a look at that. I think it'd be cool for everyone to see that video. I think he made some great points. However, I would just add to what Adam Conover said that I think it has potential to be really great for us if we use it correctly. Don't see that happening so far. It's possible. What are your thoughts on AI art? So yeah, and then this shot is this shot. And this is just blocked as well. So I'm going to start going in and I'm going to start refining this shot now. The line is, I don't know, it just feels wrong. Kind of feels like we're stealing. So Andy's like getting kind of nervous. Feels like they're doing something wrong. Kind of some protective body language. Dangerous, but it's at a point where it isn't good enough to replace the real thing. As a photographer, it's kind of like the equivalent of someone taking my edited picture and re-editing them. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Weird mushy artifacts everywhere. Like looks good on the surface, but as soon as you look closely at anything, you can tell it's just kind of a big old mess. It's the same thing for animation. Like these new tools they just have shown in the last couple of weeks are super amazing and impressive, but they're flickery and swimmy and things don't kind of maintain their visual what's the word, like cohesiveness. Okay, I gotta change this playlist. One moment, please. Just looking for something chill. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna refine this. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of go into the main root control and do some nicer animation on that, which will carry over to the entire body. Just getting started. I'll show you some shots. Since you're I haven't seen you here before, so I assume you're new, and I'll show you some of the finished shots so you can get a sense of what we're doing. Let's see. So yeah, these two are in the forest. They're talking. They're walking and talking. These are a few of the rendered shots. And a lot of it is animated but not rendered, and a lot of it is still in storyboard form. Just scribbles and stuff. And then I have this section finished here where they're on the back of their ship. They're just talking. The voice acting. Sorry, the voice acting is already recorded. But maybe someday. End up doing more characters or something. So yeah, right now I'm working on this segment here. So these two are racing. And they run up and they see these magic color changing leaves. And Amp here, the orange one, wants to pick them. And Andy, the blue one, is kind of hesitating. Doesn't know if they should. And I was just saying at the beginning of the stream, I'm getting kind of tired of animating this segment, so I'm going to finish working on these couple shots here, and then I'm going to move on to another segment. Is this my personal project or ... It is, yes, currently my personal project. I'm hoping to kind of make it bigger than that, but yeah, at the moment it's just me. I'm using a mix of techniques. I'm doing some you know, traditionally kind of keyframed animation the old-fashioned way, and I'm also using some mocap. The facial, most of the face stuff is facial mocap I recorded myself, and I'm manually cleaning that up. And then I'm also using some like mocap clips for running and walking and stuff that I got on Mixamo just to save time. And the plan is to use this other kind of physics-based program for some other body mechanics stuff that's more complicated. It's supposed to save time, but it's very hard to use. So I haven't been using it very much lately, and I've mostly just been animating in Blender. But it's slow going in Blender. It definitely is slow going. Kind of doing like a rough version of what I would normally do in like a typical studio animation workflow. So, I mean, traditionally I would be recording reference and really blocking in solid body mechanics before I start going and just randomly dragging curves around. But because I'm trying to do so much, so many shots, I'm kind of doing like a more of like a not quite feature quality version of the animation. But yeah, this is, a lot of people ask, do you use reference? And my answer has been like, yes, I normally would, but in this project I really haven't been. Okay, that's almost there. This is maybe a little bouncy here, but I think that will probably work pretty well for the spine and hips. So next I'll do the head. I think there might be some keys on the neck too. Am I a freelance animator? Oh, hey, thanks for the follow, by the way. Yes, well, yeah, I am. I've been on a break for a long time to work on this project, but that is how I pay the bills, yeah. So yeah, believe me, AI has been on my mind quite a bit last few months. It's just going so fast, you know? I imagine it's the same for you as a photographer. Like, it's not really a problem now, but it's like going so fast. How long do we have? You know? Yeah. You going back to doing more video in the meantime? Pays better. Yeah. If you don't mind me asking, what kind of stuff do you shoot? Ooh, cool. Portraits mostly, fashion and headshots and stuff. Sounds fun. Doing a lot of Tinder profiles for dudes. Yeah, that's apparently a thing. That's funny. Gosh, I never would have even thought of that. Are you in the Southern California region? In the industry, so to speak? Because I could see that I live out in the Southern California region, and I could totally see that being a thing out here, but I'd be surprised to see it anywhere else, to be honest. Oh, excuse me. Oh, sorry for that. Didn't have time to mute myself. Dude came in the studio, took his shirt off, started doing push-ups, and then put baby lotion on himself. Uh-huh. So it was that kind of shoot. I'm just kidding. I had to call my mom and ask where I went wrong. Oh, there's a place for everyone, I guess, huh? They do pay well, so yeah. I have not heard of anybody doing hiring a professional photographer for their Tinder profile before. Probably more, probably a little more exciting than wedding photography, though, I'm assuming. Nope, too hectic. I saw the photographers at my wedding and I decided never to be one. Yeah. I thought about doing photography when I went to art school instead of animation. I was kind of on the fence between the two because I really loved doing photography in high school. Um, and yeah, I don't think I would have wanted to do it either. The wedding photography. I think I made the right choice. Well, I guess I could say the same thing to a photographer. I've definitely had my moments of being like, what have I done to myself? Have you ever been interested in getting into animation or trying it out? I have a background in graphic design and film, but never really thought about animation. Did a bit of Flash back in the day. Oh, nice. Feels a bit like lumpy and hitchy to me. I might want to simplify some of this a little bit. It's probably gonna work better. And then go in and simplify the head mocap animation. It's interfering with what I'm trying to do. Just gonna get rid of this whole X curve basically, because kind of want to have control over that. Yeah, that's more like it. Okay, and there's still too much going on here. Dr. QWERTY, hello, hello, hello! So nice to see you, Dr. QWERTY. Happy Friday. How are you doing? How was your week? Thank you. It is a happy Friday. It's a beautiful day. Okay, I think that's gonna work for the overall like kind of torso and head motion. Uh-huh, and now I'm realizing my eyes are on the wrong setting. So I'm gonna have to change that. So we're gonna set eyes follow to 0. So they're not just attached to the head this time. They're not gonna just track automatically with the head rotation in this shot. Okay, so this is where we actually cut in, by the way. So that was all just kind of setting my pose for basically I'm animating several shots in one scene. And the part previous to this that we will actually see is this part here. So once this is all animated, I have to set keys on everything somewhere in this spot where we've cut away, because this isn't gonna happen. This isn't gonna happen. This is not gonna happen. And then so I can use this blank space to kind of reset my character to hook up with the other shot that comes before it. So like in this case, comes before it is something I've just blocked in here. And he's kind of looking around like, I don't know about this place. I don't feel good. I don't think we should. And then starts turning back. And then we'll cut right there. And so Andy will be mid-turn during that cut facing amp again. But I'm doing all of the work here before the cut so that, you know, we don't see like crazy motion blur frame at the very beginning of the shot where something is like jumping wildly from one place to another. Yeah. Plus it helps like if one wants to extend a shot by a few frames, you can always just render a few extra frames in here. Like say I don't, like this isn't enough. Oh, I just need 3 more frames, you know, so you can just do that. It's pretty typical in a studio. They'll usually ask you for 5 frames on either side. Like a 5-frame handle, they call it. Okay. So I'll do a pass on the arms now. I am actually going to do a little more on the eyes. I like the idea of some like shifty eyes around here. He's kind of maybe glancing from side to side, but without turning their head. To really give it that like shifty eyes effect. Like Andy feels suspicious and nervous. It's like a little of this type of thing. But first, the arms. Okay, so the end pose is kind of something like that. So I'm kind of feeling like this arm should come up first, this hand should come up and kind of start grabbing the upper arm, and then the other arm will start coming up slowly after that, just to kind of break it up. And when I act it out myself, that's what feels more natural. So, yeah. Maybe first let's delay this arm. Could try lining it up with that moment. That's when Andy's saying stealing. There's kind of the emphasis of the sentence. It kind of feels like we're stealing. Just don't want it to feel like a crotch grab. That's what I'm trying to avoid. So I'm almost thinking maybe the arm doesn't come up so high. Like maybe it just comes up a little bit, and it's mostly just this arm kind of holding the other one, and maybe not coming up so high. I might try that, because I think this pose might be just too much for this line. So yeah, let's try that. So I might have that arm just kind of come to there. I should save up a version though before I do that. Yeah, I think that's gonna work better. Okay, so now that I got that timing where I want it, I'll go in and kind of refine what this arm is doing. Having all kinds of troubles selecting. I've been using my pen tablet, which is not like a on the screen kind. It's just like a one that sits on the desk, like an old Wacom. I've been using that for like the last week or two now. Try to giving my hand a break. RSI type of stuff. So I'm clicking the wrong things a lot. And if you notice that, that's why. It's like a little game. My neighbor's dog barking at squirrels, by the way, if you can hear it. That dog lives to bark at those squirrels. It's his favorite thing in the world to do. I don't like the screen ones. I end with a bad posture. Yeah, the desk ones, I can't click with them properly. Yeah. Yeah, totally. The screen ones make you want to hunch over, and the desk ones just like I don't even know what it's like. It's like fumbling around in the dark. That's maybe a little too much movement there. I think I need to keep the hand more up where it is. Maybe not even have it go up so high. The up and down I think is too much. You know, the more I dial it back, the more I want to dial it back even further. I think the whole thing is maybe just too much. I think if I go about half as far. Sorry, distracted. I have to shut the window. Lawnmower. One moment. Okay, so that should be better. And if they get too close and it starts getting in the mic, I'll just go ahead and mute myself. Yeah, that feels a little more like what I'm going for. I'm not going for like a, I'm cold. It's more like a, just a little bit like of a timid, protective body language thing. Maybe even less. And then, yeah, a different finger pose too, of course. I think that's gonna work. Let's do some improvement on the fingers and then see how it's looking. I have to admit, I didn't do a whole lot of like pose testing and animation testing before I finalized these rigs and models, so some things are difficult to do. Like Andy has hands that I kind of like, in retrospect, probably would have made smaller. They're kind of huge, which makes it difficult to do like delicate, timid hand poses, which kind of fits Andy's personality. So I find myself constantly kind of like scrunching the hands up and just trying to make them look as small and streamlined as possible. I don't have the patience to be an animator. Well, yeah, I know a lot of people react that way. I was kind of feeling the same way myself yesterday. That's why I was like, okay, I'm gonna not work on this sequence anymore after today. I'm gonna move on and do a different one because I just got so tired of animating constraints. You make his hand a bit smaller between each episode. They won't notice until it's too late. Yeah, I might do that. Either that or I'm gonna do, you know, like just another redesign. I've already done one redesign on these characters. It's not gonna happen again for a while, but maybe at some point I will just do another redesign. It's like studios do that all the time, like Disney. They redesign their characters, so I need to go in and set up these rig layers. Now that they actually work in linked files. They didn't work when I would link the rigs in before, so I never set them up, but since I don't have a picker, this is gonna be critical. So I don't have to select every finger control 1,000 times. Luckily, yeah, the hand rig is pretty forgiving of me just basically squishing it. It squishes well. I think, yeah, it's kind of weird. Kind of feels like pinching an imaginary object, so I don't know. I could always just not have Andy do that. It doesn't really need to happen. It was just an idea. I don't know. I'll spend a few more minutes on it, see if I can get it looking better, and if not, then I'll just cancel it. Stay. Well, hello, let us dance. Hello, hello, and happy Friday to you. Hope you had a wonderful week. Yes, happy Friday. I am having a happy Friday. Oh, I really should be sleeping. It's almost 6 a.m. Wow. What time zone is that? Let's see. It's 3. It's almost 4 here, so you must be on the whole other side of the world. Ah, Bangkok. Cool. I've been there. Let's go. Myanmar, but I've been here 16 years. Oh, that's cool. You were in Thailand till 2016? I love Thailand. It's beautiful. Okay, I think this will work if I take the time to fix these fingers here and actually have them brush over the arm. But I think I've been able to get rid of the pinching effect, the imaginary pinching something in the air effect. So I'll go ahead and just do a little pass on these fingers to fix them up a little bit. And probably, oh, and then the eyes. Yeah, go back and another pass on the eyes. And then that'll be it. Chino Hills. I love it. We've got like an international community here in the chat. Down two to go. So I just looked back at the chat. Um, we were just talking about D&D the other day, Lettuce Dance and I. Um, I have been to Thailand, yes. In 2008, I went on a little trip around um, Southeast Asia, and I went to Thailand and Vietnam and Cambodia and Laos. I had the time of my life. I loved it. It was wonderful. Whoa. The worms that grow on trees and die to air. I haven't heard of this. If I go to the right place, I can eat a scorpion on a stick. Good. Good. Oh, that one's for Dr. Cordy. Yeah. Yes. Go right ahead. Mm. Especially the seasoning, so crispy. A leg got stuck on my throat. Yeah, it seems like they would. They're very spiky. So if you get a scorpion, um, is it? I guess you don't need the stinger, I assume, right? Do they just cut it off, or do you just eat around it? Okay, that's probably gonna do it. Okay, I've spent long enough on that. So I'm gonna do a pass on the eyes, and as soon as I find the eye controller, there it is. And then this one will be done. get rid of this extra blink. These blinks are all from mocap, I think, so I didn't make a conscious choice on any of them, and I'm gonna do that now. I think that'll help me put the eye darts where I want them to be. I like where that one is, although I might make it a little earlier. Yeah, that's going to be way better because that gives me time to actually do something with the eyes in this space right here. And then I think I'm just going to get rid of this blink. Did any of y'all see that Michael Caine video? It's from an interview of his, like, probably in the 70s or 80s, maybe the 90s. It's from a while back, and he's talking about blinking. He's talking about, you know, how it affects the performance as far as like the power of the character, I guess, for lack of a better way to put it. He's like, I'm not gonna do a Michael Caine impression, but he's like, watch me, I'm not blinking, I'm not blinking, I'm still not blinking, I'm still not blinking. And he goes on, and then somebody edited it together, like made it like 10 minutes long of him just like, I'm not blinking, I'm not blinking. Anyways, the idea is you can ramp up the intensity on your character by having them not blink. The default kind of animation thing to do is to have your character blink every time they look in a different direction, and sometimes that's good, but that can also like rob your character of intensity. Okay, yeah, I think that's going to be better. So I'll go ahead now and I can kind of fix the timing of these to really make the most out of the real estate I have in the timeline. Oops. Whoa. And then just a few little darts here. Okay, let's see how that looks. Okay, there's two little things I want to do, and then I'm going to call it down. I am going to soften this part where the head tilts up here. Is that a funny one, Dr. QWERTY? I'm going to soften this... Oh, that's from before. Never mind. I saw your message and I thought you just typed it. Okay. Oh, it's gonna be a little cleaner. And what was the other thing? Oh yeah, I want to do a. The line is, it kind of feels like we're stealing, and I feel like the mouth shape on feels could be more like baring the teeth. Baring the teeth a little earlier. Oh my god, I went to the hospital on Christmas Day because a leg scratched my throat. That's commitment. That's commitment to eating crickets, guys. So I'm gonna just lift that up. Okay, yeah, I think that helps a little bit. I could maybe even go a little further. And by the way, the hair all gets simmed later. So once I bring it into the lighting file, that's when I do the sim cache for the hair. So there be some kind of, what's it called, like overlap on the hair. And I could do it now just for the preview's sake to see how it looks, but I'll just have to delete the cache. After I render the preview. Okay, anyways. So, yep, I'm putting an override on this. A little pro tip that I learned the hard way is because of the fact that the caches have to be generated in the lighting file and not the anim file, you don't want to put an override on your character rig in both files because they'll conflict with each other. So I had all these cache controls, all these other controls that I might want to change after the anim file, all have to be moved onto these little empties down here. So that way I never have to put overrides on this armature in the lighting file, which I did used to have to do before. And yeah. So let's see, 1540 to 1640. Let's try that. So yeah, now we can bake the physics. Oh, I have to add an override to this as well. And I usually tone it down to about, I think like 0.4 is what I've been doing. Could probably go a little more. Okay, so I'll go ahead and render a preview. And then it will be break time. Oh, you know what? I just realized I didn't really animate the other arm. I don't know. Is it noticeable? The one that's Andy's screen right arm, so Andy's left arm. I just have one pose changed to another pose. There's no other animation on it. I didn't notice it till just now, but if it's noticeable, I can put some stuff in there. A little like arm swing or something. I'll get the render in there and we'll look at it, the timeline. Okay, I think the eye darts, the single frame eye darts are maybe a bit too sharp. However, I could just leave them alone because I'm only rendering every other frame. And so they'll all turn into 2-frame eye darts anyway. I can probably just leave that. I mean, yeah, I could definitely use another pass of polish, but I think that's the general idea. And I think it's gonna work. And so yeah, the shot that comes before that will be this one, which is just blocked and not animated. So we'll have the turn starting in this, and the turn will happen across the cut. And that's for another day. So yeah, I'm gonna put a pin in this whole section. All right, folks, gotta go. Got a class to teach in 4 hours, and I haven't slept it. Oh my gosh! Yes, get that sleep. Thanks for stopping by, and it was great to meet you. And good luck with your class, and I hope you get some good rest. As for me, I'm going to take a break. I am going to keep the stream going because I think after my break, I'm going to... Good luck, dude. Thanks. Can't wait to see for the episode. Yeah, thank you. Me too. Can't wait until it's done. I think I'm going to do one of these shots, or start one of these shots. I won't finish it, probably. But I'll at least start setting up one of these shots, because this will be much more fun to animate and more exciting to see as well. So I'll probably start one of these after my break. Maybe this one. I think this one, where the ship is taking off. And the ramp is going up and the doors are shutting, and then Zinda comes in and grabs it and pulls it back down. You're not going anywhere, buddy. So yeah, that's for after the break, and I'll probably be back in 5 to 10 minutes.
Depender de mí, que te ilumine a ti, te dé toda mi energía. No te hagas ilusión, no quiero ser tu salvación, tampoco soy tu religión. Hacete cargo de tu vida, mi amor no significa posesión, no significa solución de tu problema. Resuelve tus dilemas. Yo prefiero vivir sabiendo que hay amor profundo y sincero. Quiero sentir lo que es compartir la felicidad en lo malo y en lo bueno. No te hagas ilusión, no quiero ser tu salvación, tampoco soy tu religión. Hacerte cargo de tu vida, mi amor, no significa posesión, no significa solución de tu problema. Anda, resuelve tu dilema.
Alrighty. Adjusting my window shades there. Okay, I'm getting back into it now. So the shot. Thank you. That shot's going to be difficult and complicated, so I'm not going to do that one. I need to do kind of an easier one. So this one's going to be very easy. But I think I can go a little more than that. Yeah, I feel like doing this one. Okay, so that's shot 250. I'll go ahead and save and close these two files. Oh, but before I do that, I'm going to get rid of the cache and overrides in this one, because that was just temporary to get it in the preview. Okay. Okay. Okay, so my shot is already ready to go. I spent way too much money hiring somebody to make a script that would get my shots files prepped for me based off my resolve timeline, which is very cool, but yeah, I spent too much money on it. But the benefit is basically I'm opening this file for the first time and it's already ready for me to start. It's got my characters linked in, the ship is linked in. The only thing is I just have to do this. Get this out of there. But yeah, it's basically ready to go. Oh, and the frame range is already set. It should be 130 frames. So one thing that does have to be done though is I have to bring in the landscape. And this will tell me kind of where everything needs to be. Yeah, so my overrides. Gonna constrain the ramp to the ship. And also set the follow on the bottom of the ramp to 1, so that the bottom of the ramp goes along with the ship as the ship takes off. And so now, if I set that up correctly, we have our ramp following along. And so yeah, my landing spot is this kind of extra geometry here. Of course, it doesn't matter. We're not going to see the ground in this shot, but I just want to keep the ship in the general same location of the scene because this will affect clouds and lights and tree placement in the shot and all that. You can always change it later, but starting in the right place is going to be helpful. So that's kind of where the ship is taking off from. Let's get Zinda in place as well. Last but not least, the camera. Oh. What happened? Whoa, crazy. Start with a 35mm lens, see how that goes. Ah. Okay, yeah, and I'm gonna hide my terrain now because I don't actually need it. It's just mostly there for to help me determine where the ship is in relation to the forest and all that. See, I'm going to start with the ship, maybe not so far to the left in frame as I have it right now, but kind of over to the left, drift off and up to the right, and then Zinda comes in from the left to pull it back. So maybe like there. I want to see the doors already in frame at the beginning of the shot so that we see the action of the ramp finishing and the doors and all that. Already in progress when we cut in. So yeah, I think I'll just block in to start the kind of the general ship motion. Maybe try just under 2 seconds for when Zinda actually grabs the ship. Or that's when Zinda would start coming in. So yeah, try 1 second for how far the ship gets before it's like basically being grabbed. So yeah, at 1100 I'll put a frame in. And the camera will kind of track with it, and for the sake of helping me see what's happening, let's see, I wonder if I can do a and temporarily drop an HDRI in there. Okay, let's see if this works. I've never tried this before. Background world. Don't see anything happening. Just gonna put a bunch of spheres in the sky. Those are gonna be my clouds for the moment. Just so that I can see what the camera's doing. In 3D space. Whoa, what just happened? That should do the trick. Just gonna try, out of curiosity, a couple like stand-in trees. Maybe, I don't know if they'll actually show up in the foreground. They might. There is gonna be a grove of trees pretty much right here, so. I think it'll add some nice depth to have that. I'm gonna push everything a little bit further just so we can have a little more movement in the shot. Oops, 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 oops. Feels kind of long. Maybe Zinda can come in and grab it sooner. And if the ship is kind of like doing a little more, that might help too. I don't know, maybe before I think that'll probably work pretty well actually, because once Zinda's going to start coming into frame right here, so I think the shot will feel a lot more full and energetic than it looks right now. So I'll just leave the timing as it is for the moment. I'll just ease this a little bit. Okay, that's the general idea for that. And yeah, let's animate the ramp and the doors and stuff too. So yeah, I think that's here, if I remember correctly. Yep. Do I have pets? Do I have pets? No, I do not. My neighbors have a couple dogs that I love very much. Was I imitating a cat? That was me making like robotic door sounds. That's what that was supposed to be. But it did sound like a cat, didn't it? Yeah, you know, if I did have a cat here meowing at me, I would probably be meowing right back at it. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So this is a bit tricky because I kind of didn't design the doors like to not go through this slide when they're opening and closing, so I have to kind of already have it almost all the way up when we cut into the shot. Oops. I'd actually have to cheat this and have the whole ramp move up a bit too. And I was doing a little spin as well. Yeah, let's do it on here. Should go the other way. I feel like that seems more sensible. Okay, so then the doors close behind it. Meow. And I want to overlap this as much as I can without us actually seeing the door go through the slide. So probably about eh. Okay. So next. Something for Zinda. Probably want Zinda to start coming in about here, about 2 seconds in. Is my best guess. So I'll have okay, I'm gonna use IK arms for this shot. And this rig is like the most this pushed me to the limit of my rigging brain, was setting up my own IK FK spine switch. Because Zinda's flying a lot, and in flying shots I want to have the whole spine kind of drag from the shoulders. That'd be nearly impossible to do with a typical like FK spine or even an IK spine that starts from the hips. So if I switch this, and the legs have to be FK as well. Which I don't think we'll even see, but we might. So yeah, I can basically do like flying animation this way. And I think the parent, yeah, and I can independently kind of tweak the shoulders, and I think the parent is maybe this one. Or no, I have to set it. So yeah, it can either be free or it can follow. I think it's one of these. One of these things. I think it might be this int one. Yeah. So yeah, depending on what I want Zinda doing in the shot. Oh, and maybe not. Or is it like, it might be like this one is free and the other one is... That's probably what it is, yeah. I don't know. I literally made this rig like probably almost a year ago. So anyway, I think there's a lot of redundancy here too, but that's usually a good thing. Okay, so something like that to start, and then Zinda will kind of fly up and grab the ship. What have I missed? Oh, right. Yeah, IK hands. I guess that's what I want, though. Oh, yeah. Probably will see the legs. So I'll probably have to make a much better pose than this. What is going on there? Sure what's happening here. I don't know why the arms are... Oh, because I have mirror on. That's why. There we go. And the other thing is, Zinda is too small. I, in general, want Zinda to be kind of the roughly the same size as the ship. I thought I made Zinda a little bigger, but you know what? I scaled the ship up at a certain point, and I probably didn't scale Zinda up to match. So, good news is, that can be corrected. I can scale the rig without breaking it, which is kind of a miracle. For someone who doesn't really call themselves a professional rigger. So probably about... This will help me kind of get the shot I want to. Because I'm imagining a shot more like this. We don't really need to see... Like, we really want to get the sense in this shot that Zinda has the power to pull this ship back down. And just set it down on the ground. It's not like yanking it down and smashing it or anything. It's just like, no, hold on, type of thing. So yeah, we need Zinda to be big enough to do that. Let's try 1.5. Yeah, that's gonna be more what I want. And also, if I reach the arms up, Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, yikes. Hmm. No. Yeah. So the way this rig is set up is this is just a handy little thing Auto Rig Pro gives you optionally is you can do scale on the lowest knuckle control to just quickly um, curl the fingers. But the catch is you have to remember to set this to individual origins. So you're not just scaling all the fingers apart when you do it. And yeah, I wonder if anything can be done. This is a little better. Zinda has fur, so we probably won't see this crease. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Well, this is not a good angle for Zinda, I think. I need to figure something else out. I think that would help for one thing. Is this music playlist from YouTube? No, it's from Epidemic Sound. I signed up for a subscription for a few months. What I thought was going to be 2 or 3 months while I make the first episode has now, I think, at least reached 4 months. Yeah. the current playlist is on here. I mean, I think if you just want to listen to it, you can just listen to it for free. You can listen to all their stuff for free. I think the only thing you have to pay for is if you actually want to link your streaming account and not have them hunt you down in the night and hit you with copyright strikes. I'm just making a complete and total mess of this character right now, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine, okay? I'm just trying to get the pose I want in the camera, that's all. Like something like that. Okay, yeah, we could in this shot just have one hand make contact. And then in the next shot, and this foreground hand is just still reaching up. Done. Okay. Yeah. I think that's probably it for me for the day. I'm gonna probably work more, but I'm gonna take a walk and probably have dinner after that. And I'll at least probably after dinner I'll probably at least block in the rest of this shot, or try to anyway. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have Zinda kind of swoop up, grab with the far hand, stop the ship from turning, and start pulling the front down. And then by the end of the shot, the second hand will have made contact with this side of the ship here. And then when we cut, we'll have both hands just kind of on the ship. Is the idea. I just noticed the giant creature. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell what it is from this angle too. Oh, and you've been working only listening, or listening only. I get it. I get it. I can't talk, but I get it. Well, yeah, there's the giant creature. So yeah, it's gonna reach up and grab the ship, and then we'll cut, and then Zinda will pull the ship back down in the next shot, and this is gonna be... Oh, good. You think so? Good. I was a little worried about this one, but I think it's pretty when it's rendered, like, because these leaves are all like changing colors and stuff. And I'm really excited about this shot. Like, this is It's one of the first shots I thought of when I was thinking of this episode. It's just been in my head for like so long now, because like this shot here, like I want to use it for the trailer. I just think it's going to be really beautiful, and the sunset's going to be kind of like right over here. This is actually the whole reason I like picked the light direction of the whole episode, is so that this shot here will have kind of like a backlit sunset, and yeah, all the trees around them. And I think it's the kind of the climax moment of this action scene where they're being chased, and so Zinda will just grab the ship and pull it down, and then it just kind of plumps down on the ground, and Zinda just kind of gives it a slow blink like, okay. And there's just a nice moment where we just hang and everything settles, and then we cut to the next scene. So yeah, I'm really excited to get that shot in there. I might animate it after I finish this one, but this one kind of has to come first so that I know how to hook up to this one. And yeah, I haven't rendered this one yet because I kind of want to really dial everything in rendering wise and make sure I've got my whole system working well so that the render is as nice as possible when I finally get to render this one. So that's the idea. That's where we're at. And Let Us Dance, I don't know if you saw, but I did finish that other shot that you were here for while I was starting it. Or I don't know if you were, maybe it was this one. Yeah. Yeah, big leaves. This is Amp wants to use these as replacements for their surfboards. And Andy doesn't feel good about picking them. But yeah, it's to replace these boards that broke at the beginning. Is that the creature? You got it. I've kind of been... Okay, you tell me. Do you want a spoiler or not? Because I've been holding off on actually showing this shot because I think it's going to be exciting and it'll be kind of a surprise. But it's animated and I can show you if you want to see it. It's kind of the reveal. So you tell me. And I'll show you, or I'll just hold off and you can be surprised when the episode's done in 10 years. Just kidding. Not 10 years. God, I hope not. It's up to you. I'd love to see it, but I'd love to get my genuine reaction if you want to see that too. No, yeah, I'll play it for you. Since you already know it's the creature, it's not going to be that huge a surprise, the reveal. So it'll be a big reveal to people who haven't been watching these streams. So they're having this big conversations. Amp is picking the leaves, and every time Amp picks a leaf, there's this like low rumbling grunting noise that comes from some location they can't tell, and that's the hint that they're waking Zinda up. And Amp's just kind of ignoring it. So that's why Andy's like, did that bush just groan at us? And Amp is like, nah, come on, let's just pick them, come on. And Andy's like, no, I don't think we should. It kind of feels like we're stealing. And Amp's like, no, come on, keep going, and keeps picking them, and they keep hearing the noise, and then Andy's hesitating, and then they hear a bigger noise, and then this is the shot. So that's the reveal. Yeah, exactly. Cool. Yeah, I'm excited about it. And so yeah, again, with this shot, I've been picking light direction intentionally for these shots so that... Oh, it's cute. Thank you. Gosh, I'm so glad you think so. I was trying to make them cute. I don't know if everybody thinks they are, but I'm glad at least some people do. I like the design. Giacomo came up with this design. I don't know if I've told you about his name before, but anyways, yeah, the lighting again is kind of deliberate, the direction. So in this shot, we'll kind of have lighting coming from over here, so we'll kind of have some dramatic contrast and some strong side lighting on the side of the main here, and the main will be changing color, and so we'll have kind of almost a backlit, but not quite. We'll actually have more light on this side, contrary to what the viewport looks like. We'll have all the kind of light over here, and but then this side will be a little more shadowy, and so a little bit, still a little bit not scary, hopefully, but like we don't know if Zinda's a good guy or a bad guy at this point yet. And the kids obviously are just like scared because of how huge Zinda is. And so Zinda's chasing them, and the ship is trying to take off. And then the rest you know. So yeah, silhouette would be spooky. So it'll be kind of like half and half. It'll be kind of like a little silhouette-y, but not full silhouette, because I do want to like reveal the character here. So it'll be kind of still a little shadowy, but not full silhouette. And yeah. So that's where it's going. And so yeah, this is the shot that I'm working on, where Zinda starts to grab the ship, pull it down. So slowly but surely we're getting there. Or the world's laser eyes moment. Oh my god, that'd be so funny. I have to do an alternate cut, or we just zap them. Just like, and then just like a GIF explosion here. Turn them into fertilizer. That's what you get. So, yeah. That's where we're at, and I think that's where I'll end it. And yeah. I hope you guys thank you. Thank you. Yay, me too. I really appreciate your enthusiasm. I really appreciate that you're excited about it, and I'm excited too. I can't wait until I get all this done so that I can share the rest. I think next week I've been animating pretty much nonstop for 2 weeks now, so I think I'm gonna switch next week and render some of these shots, do some lighting and comp and rendering. So that's what I'll be doing next week if I see you guys. And otherwise, have a wonderful, 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 wonderful weekend. And thanks again for hanging out, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.